Yeah, D, we back. And this is a conversation I was just having about my own kid. We'll be right all yiggity and we're biggity. And we're talking about longtime educator accused of calling seventh grader the N word now on administrative leave pending investigation. That's what we doing. So basically, what you know what they saying, y'all, is that they're co-signing. Basically, that's what that means. Pending investigation, paid leave. It wasn't heinous enough, but we're gonna take the story. Come on, let's go and take it. Go ahead, break it down for us, Billy. What you got
Begin
there?
tonight with a longtime educator on leave over allegations of repeatedly using a racial slur at school. Good evening. I'm Mike Duffy.
And I'm Carolyn Clifford. The teacher allegedly called a seventh grader the N-word. Well, now Ann Arbor police are investigating to determine if the incident at Slauson Middle School could be a hate crime.
7 Action News reporter Kimberly Craig tells us that the student's mother is outraged and demanding action.
That's right.
Ann Arbor support these people in their school systems, period. If you do, you're tolerating it. And if you say you don't tolerate it, don't tolerate it.
To protect her son from further backlash, Brittany does not want to show her face, but this mom does want Ann Arbor Public Schools to terminate the substitute teacher who she says called her son a racial slur.
That's right.
Brittany's 13-year-old son said it happened after he used the word with a classmate.
The teacher came up to him, asked him to leave the classroom. On the way out of their class, she said, "Why are you using N-word ER? You are N-word ER."
And she said the
What?
Yes, and she said the actual words.
Then things spiraled in the hallway when the longtime educator, who is retired and returned to the district as a substitute, allegedly continued to say the N-word.
You said N-word, I'm saying N-word, so we're just going to keep saying N-word. Repeatedly used it in front of another staff member in the school, even after being asked to stop in front of my son. Continued it until he was escorted down to the office.
In a statement to Action News, Superintendent Dr. Janice Swift said, "We take this situation very seriously. All of us are deeply disturbed by the content of the allegations, and we are committed to continuing a full and thorough investigation and deeply committed to equity and inclusion for each and every student we serve." And this morning, that mother came here to Ann Arbor Police to file a report alleging a hate crime. Ann Arbor Police say they're now investigating.
We have lived in Ann Arbor. My son's been going to school here all his life. We've not experienced blatant racism.
Hold on, but hold on. See, because you about to ruin it, sister, with what you about to say. But notice how, like, when the sister and the child is talking about hate crime, they not getting the backing of the media. Like, yeah, that's what it is. Notice that if it was, a Persuasion or one of these other people, it's always, yep, hate crime, right? Especially if the perpetrator is black. It's, yep, hate crime, whoop-de woo, squeak de squee, yep, take him to jail, all of that. But now they like the alleged hate crime. Did he say that? Did he really? They got all the questions, they and such disbelief. Really? Did he say that? Yeah, he said it. And y'all know he with it too. It's just funny how y'all trying to just paint the narrative or tell the story like it's just impossible. Anyway, it's almost over, y'all.
Has complained about maybe like discrimination in certain areas.
This mom now hoping other parents will talk to their children and report any issues of discrimination or racism to school officials.
There's no way that you can be responsible for a classroom of children if this is your mindset. You're supposed to be educating them on how to be better, how to be diverse and inclusive, and your response is to say, well, you said it, I'm saying it. You cannot teach another generation to be better than the next if that is your mindset.
Well, first of all, other than the curriculum, you definitely can't look towards teachers or staff of any kind to teach your kids morally. I mean, I think that's where you got it kind of confused, sweetie Dee. And I ain't beating up on the sister, but what I'm saying is like she began to say that she's never experienced blatant racism. Well, boo, that don't mean that it don't exist. And now that it's actually coming out and it's affected or touched your home when in fact you might have tried to deny it. And I don't know. I'm just saying. But it would lead me to think that you've denied it because when it happened, you're so surprised that it happened. And it's like, baby girl, that's what we've been trying to tell you. Right. But I ain't beating up on the sister. You know what I'm saying? It just sucks that some people don't think fat meat greasy until they ass on the grill. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, I'm not going to hold you. But this was a lesson, though. The lesson here is that you need to talk to your kids. You need to find out who's in their classroom. You need to get a sense of their temperament and what they talk about. And you need to believe your children. You know what? Your children are smart enough to know injustices. They know when they didn't feel slighted or they didn't feel or they see favoritism and that kind of things. It's not always that they don't know how to act. And I feel very strongly about that because like that was one of the things that I couldn't stand, you know what I'm saying, about, you know what I'm saying, like my little joint, like, nah, it's not like that. That's another story for another day. But anyway, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm just gonna mold you, fold you, and scold you about the being on cold. And come here, let me look at you, boy. Put a gander on my eye socket, on my eyesight, boy. Check it out. You know I got 4 words for you, cuz it's love, it's the peace. You know we got the blessings, and it's Maloha, and I'm out the door, ha, for sure, ha. You already know, ha. Can I